Okay. Yeah. So this was our. Let me go and see. Get the yesterday's link that you are referring to. I'm just opening Firefox.
It's showing versions for FirePath when I search in Google.
No. Okay. No, the thing is how you are installing Firepath.
I just searched in the Google installation.
That is what. So that is wrong. See, I told you yesterday also. Open your Firefox. So when you open this, some page will come like this. Go to menu, add-ons. See, since get add-ons, you just click on get add-ons. Click here.
Okay.
Firepath. Okay. In my results, you won't be seeing any Firepath here because I already have it here. See, Firepath is already there. When you get any Firepath, if you see that Firepath here, you'll have a search option. After the search option, you'll be seeing the results here.
So,
Go to Firepath and click on install.
okay. Do
This
I
is how
need
you
to
need to install.
install both Firebug and FirePath both?
No, Firepath will be enough.
Okay.
No need of Firebug.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
So Firebug was initial for initial stages, so there is no need of doing it now. Okay. So yesterday we went to this URL and we were trying to get this value using different options. What are the different options we have with ID, XPath, class? So we were facing an issue with class. I just had a question on this, why the subtask was not working. It was working for one scenario, but for another scenario it was not working. So that other scenario I'll be telling you now. So then we'll go to name, link and CSS. Okay. So yesterday, and I opened the application which I want to, and I am pressing as F12. I told that we can identify the object. We can open this. We can open this in. Yeah, we can open this in two ways. One is clicking on F2, and other one is if you have any object, just right click on that and inspect element through Firepath. Then also this will open. Okay. Now our point was to get this value. So let me go with yesterday's code. 1 minute. Trying to sync from yesterday's to today's content. Okay. After that, I will go to the session. Okay. Just saving this and I'm running this. Okay. Okay, so today morning application was slow, so I increased the time to 25 seconds. So it is waiting. See, I increased for 25 seconds here. Okay. So by ID, whatever value we got this value. Yes, we got what we wanted. And for when we switch for by XPath, see, this is XPath one. XPath also we got what we wanted. But when we are saying for CSS class name, we are getting this value. The reason for this is when we are searching for class name, we are getting this value because if you get this XPath, if you just see where is it. Okay. So if you do with the class name, I'm just going to home. I'm just setting this value. So what I took this class, right? So it should be with, it is with div. So div, then followed by class. So in place of ID, I'm just giving as class. Okay. And the value. This is the value. I'm just copying this value. Control C. And I'm just pasting it over here. And I'm just doing all this. Okay. I'm just clicking on enter. If you click on this enter, you are seeing that 10 matches found. Okay, what are the 10 matches? So this is one match. All these, should I cover this? I think these are the 10 matches that are found. Now when you're asking the code to display, to get the text and display it, it will be taking the first match. First match count values will be taking, and that is an interview question. Okay, the first value match, sir, it is displaying. But what we tried is we tried to get the content of only this one. Only this is what we are looking for. So for this, when we tried it yesterday, so what I did was, see, if you want to know where it is, just hover over there, it will highlight over there. Yes. See, if I highlighted in the tag name, if I mouse hovered over the tag name, you are seeing that this is getting highlighted. So by that you can understand which part of the code you are referring to. Okay. Now yesterday what we did is we gave the class name. To get this value, subscribe for free tutorials, we have given this title. So today also I'm going to give the same value. Sorry. Just I can copy it. Okay. Now when we did in such a way, we got an issue yesterday. I'm just closing the existing opening windows. I'm just running it. See. So this was the error we got. So I worked on this error and see, if you see that it is like compound class name not permitted. So what does this means I searched for this Google and I googled this error and I got this understanding on this. See, when you have a class name with multiple wordings like 2 words, so it suggested to use one. So this would work. I tried it out and it worked. Okay, see, this is the value we got by class name.
So what is this another class by widget hyphen title only? So will it not pick that also?
You want the second part to be added. This part.
Okay. Say we have this widget hyphen title and widget space widget.
Yes.
Are
Yes.
both the same?
Both the
is
same is yes. It suggested to use half of that. Your point is if you use this point, it should work.
no, my point is what if there is
Yes, both are of same class. Yes, it is for one attribute only. You're asking that level, right? So if you
No,
see this,
he's
okay,
asking
sorry,
like
go
if we
on.
have one class with widget title and there is one more class with widget, I mean second half, like that if
No,
we
no,
have. So
that
does it
attributes
contradict?
won't be. No, no. One, sorry, that is fine. That is basics for HTML. So attribute, if you have one attribute, if you say if you have an ID, or if you have any class, or there are see item scope, these are attributes. These tags won't be duplicated.
okay, got it. Okay, thank you. Yeah. And one more question, like let me see some other class. No, I'm
Yeah.
good. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, these attributes which you are referring to, means these are called attributes. I mean, coming to Selenium. So we get them. So this will be of unique. No need to worry about it. So you won't have any tag with two similar attributes.
Oh,
This
oh
is
no,
tag.
that
This is
was not my point. See,
yeah.
let me try to be specific
Okay.
here.
Okay.
So the class name here that shows up is widget hyphen title space widget title, right?
Yes.
So we
Yes.
are getting rid of the widget title. We are
Yes.
only
Yes.
using widget hyphen title. Now,
Yes.
my question is, what if there's another class name with just widget hyphen title?
Yes, that time again the same scenario that we worked on, means
So
which
there'll
is
be
the
two.
first one. Yes,
Okay.
100% there will be two. There are chances, there are many chances. Yes. If we have another class with
So
widget,
how will we, and let's assume that class is above this widget title class.
yes,
So in that case, that class will come, right?
correct, correct.
No, but this also will overlap, isn't it? Because we are going to
Yes,
mention this as widget hyphen title only. So
yes, yes.
there are chances that we get two results.
No, one result will be getting, and that result will be the first one which got highlighted.
Okay.
As I
But
told
what
in
if,
the previous example, if you
okay,
see when I gave widget
no,
bar,
I get it.
yeah,
So what if I want the second and not the first?
that is yes. If you heard my sessions yesterday,
Uh,
it is Brahan, right? I'm just talking
yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah.
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 Okay, Brahan. So in yesterday's session, I covered one point. How to if you
ID,
have multiple values.
got it. ID, right?
So that is one way of approach.
Hmm.
See, basically, when coming to the Selenium means object identification, it is what we can say like everyone approach for identifying an object will be different.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So now when you have this scenario, if you say which one is highlighted currently, in this scenario, when I'm just okay, I'll just cover. See, in this I have 10, right? I want this second one I'm going to. Okay, I'm going to get the second one.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I just there will be different approaches. One approach I'm telling you. There are many also. I know two to three approaches for the same thing. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just going with one now.
Okay.
Yesterday I gave this in the session.
With
Okay.
XPath?
Yes, with XPath. Correct.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay.
So when this is the one thing is whenever you are having such scenarios, go with XPaths only. 80% will be using only XPaths. Of all these things that we get it,
Mm-hmm.
first thing is we'll check for IDs.
Mm-hmm.
If there is no ID, in the remaining, if removing IDs, if we tell that identifying the object is 100%, in that 100%, 80% will be of XPaths only.
Okay.
Because there are many ways of defining user-defined XPath. They work very efficiently.
Okay.
So one of the example I gave is text yesterday. So another one is contains. Contains is one of the most important usage. Okay, I'll tell you those. But if in such a case, if you want the second one, is equals to just give a code and copying this, paste it. If I say I have 10 here, In that, I'm looking for the second one. I'm just hovering it here. I saw the second one. I saw the second. In this, what I'm going to do is, you can highlight only one. That is, if you go over there, I'm just moving the screen down. Yes, if you see it highlighted only one. Fine.
Okay.
In this, if you still dig down, we'll get the value what we want. If I say /h4, we'll get the specific one.
Okay.
Okay. So this is how. And other way is, means there are many ways. I'm just telling you. Delete. Okay. Now see, if you just click on this, if you see the difference, see where these two are splitting is at this point. Okay. Now getting right. So this is the first one. The address, Hyderabad address and links what we are getting. This is the first one. And the value, this table content is splitting over here. It is splitting at this location. So if you start a div with this, if you say,
okay, instead of starting from header, we can start from the div.
yes, correct.
Okay.
Instead of starting from here, just start from this div, and after the div, I'll just 1 minute. Give me some time. I'll complete this. Okay. Class equals to site container. I'm just copying this. See, this is very important thing. That is why I'm taking time and telling you. Don't think that I'm wasting time. Div off. So if you want to get the first one, you can split it over here and give it as 1. And one more beauty is, it is for this scenario is there is only one div, so you need to give 1 or 2 also. If you give, and if you give enter, it will go there only. 100% it will go there. From there you need to navigate further. That will be fine. This scenario will be fine. But where the split is coming, there you need to identify and work on it. Okay. Work on the splits means where the code is getting, means that object identification are getting splitted.
Okay.
Now you got my point, right?
Yeah, it's okay to give numbers like that in bracket 1, 2, 3.
Yes, it is not, basically it is not recommended, but if you don't have any other option, yes.
This is absolute path.
Now which I have come up with
Not
is
now, not
relative
now.
path.
Yeah, this is relative. When you put
Yes.
1, 2, then it becomes
No,
absolute.
absolute path is not, not only in this Selenium, in Unix or anything, absolute path is not this.
Okay.
Even if you give 1 or 2, it is not absolute path. Absolute path will be from the root means header to.
Oh, got it. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
From the root to the navigation of the object. So that is absolute path.
Okay.
Even
yeah.
in Unix also, you'll be having commands folder structure. Absolute path is yes. It should be from the root.
Thank you, Satish.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. Any other questions? Okay.
No, Satish.
Yeah. Now, okay, going to the next one. What I have in the next one? Name. I'll go with the name now. Actually, I didn't find any scenario with this name because let me see once. So basically there will be a tag with a tag name as name. So when you have the tag name in this scenario, in our scenario, in getting this value, it won't work because you'll have a tag here, class, and the class in place of class will be having a name and the name value will be here. So you can just copy that value and you can just paste it here. Okay, it will work basically. But I just checked for names. I got at one place only. I'm just going to get that now. I'm not able to find it now. 1 minute. Name. You just keep on searching for it. Means you just see it. If you find, just let me know. Okay. I found it at the bottom. I'll search for 1 more minute and we should do. I'll take it tomorrow. Okay. Okay, 1 minute. I'll just try it out here. Yeah, this is what I have tried. I'm just copying this. So this is one tag I tried. So the name which I got was, which I was able to see was this one. So let me show this. Will it work or not? I don't know.
Is there no way to find? Oh.
Yeah, that is what I'm looking for. No, I think. Okay, basically, anyhow, I'll check for this again. So this is working fine, right? I'm just removing this by dot. I'll come to this tomorrow. Or I can cover anywhere if I see, I'll just cover it randomly. But I'm just making it for my thing. There we are. Okay. Okay, even if I get that also, I won't be able to get this value because this what HTML line, this part of code, HTML code which you're looking, that doesn't has a tag name as name, but I just thought of showing you how to get the value with name. Okay, so this is one thing. I'm going to the next one. What the next one is? By link. So before going to the link, I'll just try to get the, I'm just giving another scenario because the which one we are looking for, it is not a link, it is a plain text. Now I'm just looking for a link here, that is Hyderabad or Chennai or anything, but it will be specific this time. I'm just looking for any of the link. currently I'm going with Hyderabad, or if you want to go with any other link also fine. Okay. So yes, I'm commenting this part of the code. Okay. Now I'm giving another string in value 4 we covered. Now value 4 only, right? Yes, 4. For 5 now is equals to dot find element by. So now we thought of doing it by link text quotes dot get text. So this is no, it is not an absolute path, it is also a relative path. So you need to have the same, just copy and paste it. It is recommended. We shall see. Now I'm trying to, I'm not trying to click on that. I'm just trying to get the value on that. So this is get text will get the value of this linked text and it will put it into one variable and we are displaying a variable. So I should get Hyderabad. I'm just closing the existing one and running it. Yes, I got Hyderabad. Okay. So this is how we get it using linked text. If you want to, I'll just tell you a minute. So this is now, just remember this now. Now what I'm going to get is using CSS path. So I'm just going to the application, closing the existing one, and I'm going to our application. Now if you want to get it using CSS path, so I'm just clicking on this and just see this will get the XPath. Now I can go here, click on CSS. Now I'll just hover over here and click on this only. Yes, so this is CSS path. Control C, string value 6 is equals to driver dot find element by dot CSS. CSS is CSS selector. I'm pasting the value that I got there and dot get text. Okay, now what I should get is I should get the same value, that is subscribe for free tutorials. Okay, I'm just saying this, running this. Yeah. So if you get it, you got it. So very important for interviews. And getting the XPath, I told you in the previous session also, if you are able to get the right XPath or right ID, means object identification, if you get it in the most efficient way, then your code is more efficient. But it won't be, means doing this, we won't be helpful for interviews. Means getting proficiency in identifying the object won't help in interviews, but it will help in while working in the company. Okay, I can confirm, I can tell that if you're good at logical reasoning, means programming knowledge, if you're good at programming knowledge, and if you are good at object identification, I can say that most of the scripts of when the application changes or any requirement changes, only your scripts will pass. So you can get recognized in that way also. So that is very important. So most 100% scripts will fail, but if you have a good XPath identification process that you are just trained to, then your scripts for sure it won't fail. Okay. So handling other different objects here. So before going to that, I'll just tell you a scenario in the same link. Okay. I'll give you one assignment first, then I'll go to scenario. Okay. No, you have to. Okay. Anyhow, assignment is also fine. What you do is open this page, copy, and I'm going to chat. So this is a link. Okay. Go to this application. Now see, you have all mandatory fields here. Just don't submit. Okay. Just don't click on submit via. Okay. I recommend not to submit because this is an automation script. Even without doing some much things, it will go and just get submitted. Okay. First, I will tell you how to send values to this and how to select this value and how to do. My point is, after clicking on, just don't enter one value. Okay. Don't enter one value and click on submit. After loading, it will give an error. I want you to capture this error and make a print statement in console that if you have entered all the values, the execution is successful, and since you did not enter the value, I want your code to return that you did not enter course field. You did not enter course field, please enter, and then that is what the output I want to see. Okay. You got this scenario which I'm asking for you?
If you repeat one more time.
Yeah, sure. So I want you to enter all the fields except one, any of the field that is of your wish. Okay. Either name, just leave the name or email or contact blank, enter all other values and click on submit. When you click on submit, you'll be getting an error here. I want you to capture this error and this error, and I want you to print on the console. How you will print on console? This is a console that I am referring to. This is called console. See if you see console. I want you to print on the console with a system.out.println statement that since you did not select course, you got an error. Please enter some value into the course field. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Any questions on this scenario?
No.
Okay then. Yeah. Okay. See, from now on, I told you yesterday also, after completion of this scenario, for everything I do here, means from this slide, I'll be doing it in form of methods, and this methods later I'll be using in the project. Means part by part I'm developing slowly the project is my point. So this I'll be doing different scenarios now. After that, when I develop the product, I'll take these scenarios and put it into the project. This is my plan. Okay. For this, I'm creating a new class. Okay. I created one class named Naresh Institute, and in this I'm going to main is for sure, it should be anywhere. So I'm giving main. Below the main, I'm creating enrollment method. Public void enrollment. Okay. Yes, I'm here. What I'm trying to do now is I'm just trying to enter some value here, enter some value here, and enter some value here. I'll select value. I click on submit. Without entering the code, I click on submit. Okay. And just now one person, I think Deepti, you shared your screen, right, just now? Who was that? It was Deepti, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, Deepti, when you are just, see, it is, that is up to you. But when you're writing, when you're creating a reference, you have given capital D. Okay? Just give it as small d only, because now, for means this is my suggestion. It is still again your decision. If you want it as capital D, just give it. But see, this driver is a thing that we use very often. For every statement of code which we write in Selenium, we use a driver. So it is when the means if you are in one particular, if you have designed the framework and if you are giving to your subordinates, so if suppose there are 10 people, these 10 people, they'll be again for every capital D, if they need to press some shift and capital D, they need to maintain some work. So for them not to means it is preferred to use all in small cases, so that it will be easy for them to do. That's all. It is a small thing, but it is needed thing.
Okay.
Have it in small cases. So some people, for driver it is standard as driver only, most people will use. Some people will use DRI only. So most of the people who are working on Selenium WebDriver will use as driver only. Very few will use some short forms. Okay. Okay, I have one problem here. See, this is a method that is defined at the, this is an object that is defined at the method level, and I can't use this here. If I say, it will kill me. It won't come. So if we're making this as instance, then we can't do that because we need to write, it is not TestNG. So I think control S, this one was again. Okay, it is working. Okay then. Fine. Now what our point was? Our point was to enter value into this. Driver dot find element by. So mostly I'll be using XPaths only. But if there is ID, I'll be using ID. So to get the text, I gave as method I gave a method dot get text, but for sending the values, I need to use dot send keys dot. Okay, sorry. But even then it should come dot, yes, send keys. Send it, what value you want to send it in the form of send it here. Okay. Slowly in coming process, what I'll do is I'll get this value from Excel. Okay. But now I'm just hard coding this. This is called the value when you're entering into the code, and when you're giving the value directly, it is called hard coded values. So this is not at all recommended, even not only for our Selenium project, for developers also, they should not hard code. As a developer, you should not hard code any values in your code. Whichever value you get, you need to get either from the, some will be declaring a class just to declare variables. You should get either from there, or in Selenium, in our project that we are going to do, we'll be getting it from Excel. So it should not be hard coded. But currently I'm just hard coding this. So I'm just sending the keys over here. After this, again, after entering the values here, I should send values over to this. So I did not give the object still. I'll give it here. Driver dot find element by dot x path. Again, I need to send keys. Send keys. Values, what is the email ID? I can say that abc@gmail.com. Okay. After that, what I have, contact number. So driver dot find element by dot path dot and keys of value. This is number, so 987. Okay, this is the number I'm going to enter. It accepts strings, method character sequence. Yes, it accepts only character sequence. So I'm just giving it as double quote. 1, 2, 3, one more number should be. Okay. After this, what I have training. So this is important one. Let's get the objects for this first. So you know, right, how to get this. It is like using F12. I'm just removing this. I'm making this as input and centering. So it is highlighting over there. So this is XPath we did. But if you give here ID, you can just give only this part, as in the previous example. If you are giving it ID over here, if you give ID, only this part of the value will be enough. But since I'm using XPath, I'm giving all these values. Got it? Clear, everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm going to the second one. This is also having ID. So for this tag is input. Again, I'm just clicking on at the end and clicking on enter. Yes, it is highlighting the same value. Copying this, pasting it over here. So either means when we are working on this, either we'll get the XPath first and then we'll write the code. Means this is basically what anyone follows. Means after doing some more work on the Selenium, they'll come to this thing only. Either they'll get the XPath first and then they'll write the code, or they'll write the code first and then they'll get the XPath, because it is some time saving part. But from this, what do you understand? So you should understand that first you need to get the XPath. Because if you get the XPath first, you need to get, if it is having ID, then you need to design this XPath also. You can save time and there also. Okay. So anyhow, I just came up with this, and so before this, I'm writing one more method. See, I'm just slowly moving into project now. Means I'm telling you, means I'm just showing you how to start with the projects now, slowly. I'm writing the methods now, and these methods I'll just integrate it. Okay. Public void. What I can say, navigation app underscore navigate. Okay, in navigation, what we need to do, we need to navigate to the application first. Okay, how we are going to navigate? Yeah, sorry. Right. Yeah, we need to navigate to the application first. So to navigate it, we have driver installed. So driver dot navigate dot to URL okay. Saving it. After navigating, we need to wait. Dot sleep. But basically, we won't wait this random way. I'm just giving it 5 seconds again. I'll cover this, no need to worry. How to wait. So I told yesterday these are two options. You can select one. And I think Behan, she mentioned that you need to use try catch, yes. So better to start using it from now. Right. Sorry. No, listen, we'll try later, okay. So we need to use try catch, okay, in future. I'll just continue with that when I start deep into this. So I'm just writing the code, and if I run, it won't run because there is nothing in the main. You should call this method. And how you're going to call? So this is a class. For this class, I'm creating an object. Bj equals to new class name. Okay, and with this obj, I'm just going to call this. After this getting executed, what is the error? Okay. After this getting executed, you need to execute this enrollment class. Dot. Okay, fine. Any questions on this? I think everyone is clear. So basically, it will come from the main. When the execution starts, it will check for the main. So in the main, what it will do is it will create an object first for this class, and after creating an object, it will go to this method. So one more thing is, if you want to see, suppose you have this method, and if you want to see where this method is, just highlight that method and press on F3. Okay, it will go straight to that method only. Anyone, any questions? See, now since these are in same page, you won't feel any problem. But if you go, so this is a method we had. What did we call this method? In inheritance one. Display in inheritance one. See, you have two classes, and in one class you have one method. In this class, in inheritance one, you have one method. Now in inheritance 2 you are. So when you're navigating to the inheritance 2, when you're navigating through this, you saw one method which is not in this class. If you want to navigate directly to that method, highlight that class and click on F3. It will go over there. Got it?
Yes.
So this is very important because when you're working, when you're into an existing project, when you're pushed into an existing project, you need to know where this flow goes. So when you need to know the flow, again, if suppose there is a method that came in and if you need to search all the classes for that particular method, means it will be a tedious task for you. So best select the class and click on F3. That is one thing. And other thing, now I selected this class and I clicked on F3. And other things, after now looking at this code, again you want to go back to understand after that where it is going. So you need to click on this arrow. It will go back. So these are important things. Even if this are, see, as part of training I am covering this. So even these are small, these are important. Okay, I am just making you to sit in a real-time position. That's all. Now I'm just running this class. Do I have anything open already? If you see my code, see whatever I gave got updated here. Fine. After this, since it is the end of the work, I just want to tell you, I want you to click on this submit. After this code, I request you to click on submit. When you click on submit, it will be asking for the code that it will be showing the error. Get this error and make some reasonable, means some meaningful statement into the console that you did not select course, that is why you got this error. Okay. And
Okay.
you just don't select this one now. I'll tell you how to do this tomorrow. But for now, enter these 3 values and don't select this value. Click on submit. Get this error. Get this error, complete error displayed. You should display this error in console, and you should make another statement like, since you did not enter the course, you got this error. This part you leave it. This drop down you leave it. I'll tell you tomorrow. Okay, fine.
Okay, sir.
Okay, by name again I'll search it. Any other questions? Questions? No.
Yeah, sir. I have an. I want to share my screen. When I press the F12, I'm
Okay.
getting the window in a different format, so that I couldn't find the XPath to adjust.
Yeah, sure. Okay, we'll just share 1 minute. One more statement I just want to make. See,
Okay.
actually, since your timing changed, it is 8 to 9 for me here. So sharp 9 I need to start. I means I'll be having my daily work activities done. If suppose if you have any questions, we can delete before the session. Means 8 to 9, right?
Yeah.
So we can plan and then plan it from some 15 minutes before, and we can clear those. Okay. But today it is fine. Tomorrow is also fine. But coming from Monday, I request to means our Tuesdays. So I request you to have before the session. We'll plan accordingly and then join. Fine.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thanks.
One more thing in the same lines. Is it okay to email you or message you over the weekend if we are stuck? I know we discussed this before, but I just want.
Yeah. Fine.
Would you mind giving your number one more time?
Yeah, sure. This is my mail ID. This is my number. So since it is India, just put 91 I think.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. I'm just stopping the sharing,
Okay.
and it is Deepthi, right? Deepthi or Priya?
No, Priya.
Okay, Priya. Just share your screen.
Yeah, you can see now.
Yeah. Yes.
Priya,
Yeah. I think that link that you are doing is wrong. It is not .com. It is .in. Just copy the link that I gave you.
I need to.
It is. Anything is fine, but for us to be on sync, I just ping the link in this chat. You can just
Yeah,
directly copy from there.
yeah. Just put it here.
You can just copy it now. I am struggling. Okay.
Yeah. Just
Yes.
12.
Hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Now I'll
even
tell you
I'm
one
getting
thing.
the same. Yeah.
Okay. Now let me tell you. Go to your options, Firefox options. Uh, Wait. Don't go to preference. Go to Firefox options again. Menu. Go and click on preference. Menu. Firefox menu. Yes. Click on that. Hold on. Go to add-ons. Firefox. Yes, it is in menu. Okay. Now go to again to the. Okay. Now click on F12 once. F12. F12 on your keyboard. Yes.
Yeah.
Inspect is coming. Just right click on that once on the any part of the screen. Just right click. No, not on that. On the Naresh application. Just right click. What is this? Okay. You're still not getting Firefox. Huh? It is installed. See, this is which you are seeing is it is a general view of networks. So this is also valid, but this is not the place where you can go.
So where should I?
Wait.
So Deepthi, are you having the same issue?
Can you just give me control once?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, can you accept? Okay, I got the controller. This is another one. See, wait, one more thing is actually it doesn't depend on version also, but why it is not coming? Okay, Actually, I did not see this issue to anyone still no. But I'll just search on this, okay?
No, I
No,
also got the same thing.
Yeah,
no,
I'm
but one more thing is if you click on this, you're able to see this fire path now. You're able to see this inspect in fire path. But after clicking that also, it is not even responding.
Actually, Satish, I also got the same issue in the morning. So what I did is I installed Firebug also. Then it started working fine. I don't know why.
Okay, let's do that now. Now we should see. Yeah, now it will work, I think. Yeah, it solved the problem. And who was, yeah, Priya or Ditya, I don't know who told this. Thanks for that. It solved the
Deepthi.
problem.
Yeah, Deepthi.
Yeah, Deepthi. Thanks for that. Okay, it's all right.
Okay, Satish. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks to Deepthi.
Yeah, thanks, Deepti.
Any other questions?
No.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I have an exception, right? I'll send it to you by mail. You once go see and tell me why it is coming.
Which one? I did not get it. Sorry.
I told you, right? I'm getting an exception about Firefox path.
Yeah.
So I give
Yes. Yeah, just send it to me. I'll check it.
Okay.
Okay. Any other things?
No.
Okay, then we shall end this session today.
Yeah, okay. Satish.
Okay.
Yeah, and please start working on these things. Okay. Now, means I am telling like, see, I can share you the product 100 times, 100 not 200 times also I can share you, but you just work on your own project. Now, what I'm going to do is all these methods which I'm designing now, as I told, I keep on saying this, I'll be integrating into the project. So you also have your own project designed so that you'll be more confident on it. So, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stopping this.
How
session.
to close the pop-ups on the Naresh?
Yeah, I'll tell you. That one currently you just click on any other place. You just click on it.
Okay.
Okay, it will go. That the pop-up will go. Currently you do that.
Okay.
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 All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you,
Okay.
Satish.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye everyone.